All right. Good morning. Wow, that's crazy. Good morning. Good evening. Good night. I say that I got that from something that I used to listen to a podcast with Cipher Sounds and gosh, what is the guy's name? He's on he's on the Hot 97. Um. Anyway, so I just taped something a minute ago and then didn't have this mic on. That pisses me off. That messes with me. Let me try to get through this real quick since the last one was too long. So I'm gonna try to get through this one real quick. Although you might have enjoyed that one a little bit more better than you're going to enjoy than you would perceive this one. Um, One of my friends told me, Eric, because we were talking about I wanted them to be on the podcast with me and I wanted people to hear them as well, and they're not able to do it because of jobs and other situations, and so um, I have been kind of like he was like, yeah, I kind of been designated like he was like, Eric, well, you need to keep on doing these regardless if we can't do them, and then when we can do them, we get together and we take those times and we make the most of them by talking and doing what we do. We usually like talking about hip hop because we are hip hop from the heart. I produce music. I sing. I rap over the music. My friend my friend Marcos does it too. Taj does it, another friend of ours, and then also my man 1188, Mr. Vincent, he does it as well. And I got another friend, Sean, um, younger lady named Von the Beast, and I'm just connected to a couple of different people that we love hip hop, we love music, and like I said, I listen to. Well, if I didn't say it, I listen to the new stuff. I listen to the old stuff. I listen to all the stuff. Do I like everything? I don't like everything. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But I do understand that, new music come out. Some people like it. You know what I'm saying? It's a different time. So you gotta just go, for me, you gotta go with some of it. There's certain artists I like, certain artists I don't, but I try to, for me, in my mind, be fair. Um, so I've been kind of told, yo, Eric, we need you to kind of keep this going, make videos, keep on doing stuff. And then maybe like in between, in between the in between and now, we can make stuff, and have other people see what we're doing. So that's what I'm gonna try to do with what I bring to you guys or whatnot. So let me just get real quick. I'll try to get through this real quick because I already said this one time on a podcast that you'll never see because I didn't have the mic on. So anyway, and I don't like using this mic, but I got to figure something else out on this computer. So I was talking about the whole situation with Charlamagne, and I was talking about Joe Budden. There's not a lot that I said about him. It's just basically the same thing I'm gonna say to you. I'm not on anyone's side, but I do feel like these two men should have been able to come together and talk about it. Like I saw them on Pull Up together. They seem to have good chemistry. They're talking about even the music, and I don't know. I just think that these guys should have talked to each other, just point blank. There's no in between, and I think that that's what's messed up with the time today. I think I think everybody's in this mode. You know, some the guy named Andrew Schultz, the dude that is with Charlamagne on the Brilliant Idiots podcast, and I think he got his own podcast now that he does with this Indian dude, or he's one of the guys that's with him. Can't remember his name, but I hate to call people just by their ethnic you know heritage or anything like that. But they were all together. They were together and they were just on the show, this regular show, and he was talking about um, how he made this statement. He made a statement like, we shouldn't say white privilege because it pisses some white people off. And I'm like, fuck that. I don't give a so so you know what I'm saying? Really, really. So it's come to a place now where like it always been to this place actually. So I can't even say that. But now you sitting around telling me what I can say, how I can say it. You look. You guys got a dictionary. You can look it up. So it doesn't offend you. So you can kind of figure out, well, oh, okay, all right, I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Or it'll be, no, I don't believe that. Okay, fine. That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. So I don't need to sit here and go over. I don't feel like I need to be jumbling over my words trying to tell you what I mean. That's what I said. White privilege. And I think it's not a hard thing to do if people just shut up for a second. I think everybody wants to give their, listen, so what? Somebody gets mad. So what? I get mad. We should be able to sit down and have a conversation like we got some sense. Or like some people would say, civilized human beings. Just like we got some freaking sense. We do not have to act the way we act. Have a little empathy. We look that word up. Have a little empathy for the people. When you sit down, before you start running your mouth and start telling me what I should say, what I shouldn't say, how I should say it, what to say, shut up for a second. More than a second. Stop joking, because this is not a joking situation. Stop joking. Cut the bullshucks for a second and listen. Actually pay attention to what's going on and listen. Listen with your heart. Listen with your mind. Be open. Shut up. Listen. Pay attention. And I need to do the same too. When you come across and you saying what you saying, all right, I need to be quiet for a second. Go ahead, say what you want to say. Because I want to hear why, why are you upset? What are you mad about? What's wrong? What is it that you feel? What's going on? Why do you feel like you got to come against me? Now, I'm not trying to hear a lot of ignorant stuff. You know what I'm saying? From a person that hates me and wants to kill me and doesn't like me. Like, I don't want, we ain't got to go all into that. Like, because I'm never going to change that person's mind. That person is not changing for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to go up against anything possible and saying, let's sit to the table with these ignorant people. I'm saying, let's sit together at the table with the people that actually ain't caught up in all of that. They just don't understand what's going on. And really from a real ignorant standpoint, not from a situation where you're deliberately being an a-hole. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying in this whole thing with Joe and with Charlamagne. I just, it's just my opinion. And it don't count for shit with a lot, for some people. It really don't. But I'm just saying, for everybody. But I'm just saying that it just seemed to me it would make more sense for them to like break bread, sit together and talk about this rather than sit around and call each other names or make whole podcasts about situations that really probably ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? Or at least not discussable and not to maintain friends. So that's the point I was just trying to make because in this, look, me and my friends, we've always wanted to do music. We still mess around with music. We still release music. We ain't really doing no performing or nothing at this time. It's just for fun. You know what I'm saying? But it's a love for it for us. And I don't think I would ever want to play this game of having somebody pay me for my opinion necessarily or pay me to say things that aren't true because I really take this thing serious. Like I like who I like and I don't like who I don't like. That doesn't mean that you can't do music and I hate you. It just don't mean that I get down with your sound. You know what I'm saying? The same can be said about anything that we do. Maybe people just weren't like all that interested in what we were doing. Maybe they still ain't. You know what I'm saying? You put out music, you do music as maybe a hobby or maybe, maybe it is doing something. Maybe it was a hobby and it turned into something else. But at the same time, a lot of times we just want to enjoy it. It only when you start getting hooked up with all the somebody trying to sell the music, who they're gonna sell it to, about you got the brand, what's your branding, where are you sending this out to, how many, that stuff is really more in a business model, and that situation right there is not what everybody is doing. Me and my friends, we love the music. We just love the music. So we're gonna always talk about it, and that's what this what the podcast is about. Is like we'll talk about different things. We may not even be talking about the music all the time. We might be talking about something political. We might be talking about something that has nothing to do with any politics whatsoever. I don't want to talk about it all the time because I just think it's a negative place. We're in a negative place with all of that right now. But I will say that I think that I really think that we just need to shut up sometime and just listen. I just really do. I think that all of us on the east side need to come to the table. Like I said, not the ignorant fools, not the ones that can't stand us and want to kill us. I'm talking about the ones that really do understand the situation, the people that do see and trying to get past, well, why are y'all mad about this, or why is this a situation like that? I want us to be able to get to the table because I want to hear why y'all upset and why y'all mad too. What's the situation? Why do y'all feel this way? Because nobody's trying to take nothing away from you. Why you feel like we're trying to take something away? I want to hear what people got to say. Because I think that if we sat down and we got all our fears out and said what we have to say, then we would find it's not as bad as we think it is. And we can get to a place where maybe we can say, you know what, I'll give you that, but this has to be changed right here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it has to be a situation where, now I'm not saying nobody needs to take him, be like, well, yeah, I'll take that, or you can treat us like this or what. No, I'm talking about really real sitting down together and trying to figure out how we can change some of this mess. Because it is a mess. We're stuck in a system that hasn't worked for us for years. You know what I'm saying? And the people that it worked for, those people still struggle with the fact that now I done did all of this and I still got to do more in order to keep moving up. So I guess the bottom line is what I'm saying with all of this is like, in our history, I know with me, I could have did more. I know with me, I could have went more places. I could have performed. I could have put stuff out early on. I just could have did more in order for to have a career, but some of it just didn't matter to me that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you're not really going after it and you got other things going on. I love my wife. Still love my wife. I love my kids. I love my friends. And I wasn't willing to do none of some of that stuff. I didn't really think it was that great of a situation that I had to be doing all of that. I just wasn't willing to go through some of the things and jump through some of the hoops that I saw some of my friends jumping through just to get a record deal, just to get known. And sometimes the situation was they got the record deal, got shelved, or they got a record deal, maybe did something in the beginning, got a little bit, wasn't as lucky as Joe to have a number one song, didn't get anything, you know what I'm saying, just barely got noticed. And then because of that, they didn't go any further, or something happened, and then they didn't get to pursue the dream any further, and so to me, I don't know. I mean, if you can make it, if your brand works, if you do good, ain't nothing wrong with it. Go be happy, do it. But I think that it's a lot more incorporated in that. I think it's a lot more work. It can be, and I think with some people, are you willing to do it? Because sometimes it's not. To me, it's not worth it. Again, like I said, I would much rather be with my family. I would much rather be hanging out with friends than doing any of this crazy stuff that some people are so caught up in. You know what I'm saying? It's work. You know what I'm saying? It's work. These guys, even when you talk about the influences, you talk about when you talk about, gosh, I can't remember. I think it's Marcus. Um, gosh, I can't remember what his name, but he does a lot of technical. He talks about a lot of technical stuff. He's a big technical reporter. Marcus Brownlee is his name, Brownlee. Um, when you talk about what he does, it's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to do with this is work. You got to get it. Right now I'm having issues with a program that I was using called a great program. Is free. You can pay for a version too, but they have a free version. Works very well called DaVinci Resolve, and I'm having issues with it. That's what I would usually use the program to fix this. Make this look a little bit more professional. Put names and words under my me talking and cutting out of scenes and editing and stuff like that. And right now it's giving me heck. I don't know what's going on with the computer. So anyway, it is what it is. But again, what I was just trying to make the point was that it seems like a lot of, they could easily be making this up. Joe and him could just be going at each other, and they planned it out like that. It could just be a marketing situation for them to hate on them or hate each other, But then it don't have to be that way. But I'm just saying, if it's not that way, I think that they should have been talking to each other. I think they should have had a line of communication open. And like I say, we all sometimes just need to shut up and listen. Pay attention to what people are saying, so you don't have to ask them for a second time. Well, yo, I didn't hear what you said was saying. Shut up. Shut up. Stop talking. Listen, be empathetic, and let's try to learn from each other. The same goes for us when we on that other end and they talking. Let them talk. let them talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you don't get to tell me how to say it. You know what I'm saying? Either take it, receive it, or we ain't even got to talk at all. Like, it's just a waste of time for you to sit around, just like I said, Andrew Shaw saying, we can't say white privilege, or we shouldn't say it to white poor America because they take it in the wrong way. Man, forget that. We need to stop trying to make everybody feel good. You understand what I'm saying? Make them feel more comfortable. No, you don't get. Oh, you're not doing that to me. Just listen to what we say. Take in, understand, be empathetic. Shut up. And then when it comes to your turnaround, maybe we can be empathetic towards you and listen to what you're saying about your situation. Why are you scared? Why are you fearful? Why is this? Why? So that we can go all into it and just get it down. Like, look, let's go over it right now. Let's look at let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's silly for us to sit around and just fight each other. That being said, let me get out of here, guys. Um, dedication to all my friends, everybody in TZAB, Taj, Sean, Vaughn. I just appreciate all the support, any love that y'all are giving me. Um, let's just keep on doing what we can do. You know what I'm saying? Let's just and keep on enjoying it because that's what we're supposed to do. I think we should be enjoying when we get together, when we do stuff like this. I don't think it all should be, hey, we doing this to get all these likes or these jobs, or whatever. I think it just should be that we just enjoy doing what we're doing, which was always talk about music and talk about the issues in the music. You know what I'm saying? Not so much politics because I don't know that anything really changes sometimes in that area, but in general, sometimes we may have conversations about that. But just I know definitely with the music, it's going to always be that we have to talk about those things that have been going on, even if they're ridiculous things. Hopefully, we won't go too much into the ridiculous things or things that we just think very little of. But just hopefully the things that make sense to us. So again, with that being said, let me let you guys go. Good evening, good morning, good night. You guys have a great evening, or whatever it is. Like I said, and we will talk to you guys later. Take it easy. I will talk to you later. Later.